Government is to blame even for the rise of LGBTQ issues in our universities. Well, first of all, my name is Anthony Manyara, the President, Kenya University Students Organization, also doubling as the President of East African Students Union. Now today we have seen the statement that has been done by Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. He has spoken something very pertinent in this country. As the Kenya University Students Organization, we have made it very categorical, and I would like even to emphasize our university students will be on the streets on Monday and also on Thursday. We have made this decision because they are oppressed. University students are among those people. They are among the hoi polloi, they are among the have-nots, they are among all those people who are targeted by this rogue regime. Number two, we have come out to we have made it very clear that the student who was killed by the police in Maseno, he must receive justice. They have given our ultimatums. We have said the government must ensure they bring to book the person who is behind it. This is a person who is known. It's a female policeman. We know her name. We know her contacts. And we will not tire until justice is served. Number three, I would like to make it very clear that, I would like to make it very clear and very categorical, starting next week, from today, starting next week, we will have nationwide demonstrations of university students on Fridays until Helb is released. We have made this decision by a sitting of the National Steering Committee this afternoon, and we have made it very clear that all university students lazima wajitokeze. Finally, regarding the statement which the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has made this afternoon, it should be very clear to all Kenyans that on Saturday last week, I myself did a press statement at Chester House. We were arrested alongside 50 students, and all our attires, they were taken by the police there at the Central Police Station. And I have seen Raila Amolo Odinga say that the police intend to wear those attires on Monday so that they will be able to blend in with Azimio supporters, so that there will be violence. Nataka kusema hizo attires sizitafutwe mbali. Hizo ni zile attires ambazo tulipeana on Saturday, na tunaomba sana kukuwe na peace on Monday. We don't expect the government to use their people to destabilize or to paint a bad picture of those people who are demonstrating, of course violating the right of Kenyans to picket and to demonstrate, which is enshrined in the Kenyan Constitution. Thank you. Bado watu wanasema ya kwamba kutakuwa na investigation. Lakini tunauliza, unafanya investigation ya nini? What are you investigating? I mean, this person is already exposed. Huyu ni mtu ambaye ameonyeshwa kwa mtandao, picha yake inaonekana waziwazi, contacts zake zinaonekana waziwazi. We are just calling upon the government to take action immediately, because you cannot say that the DCI will investigate or IPOA will investigate. All we want is justice to be served to that family. Already they are suffering. University students in Maseno have never had any calm from Monday. They have been on the streets. Yesterday I was in Kisumu. We delivered a statement in solidarity. We even told university students here there to remain calm for the moment. We pushed the government to take action. What we want to tell Inspector General of Police, Kome, kindly, this is not a matter of to say that you are investigating. This is a matter you should be able to take action immediately. Huyo mwanamke ambaye alifanya hiyo kazi anaonekana waziwazi. Hiyo kitendo ambayo ilifanyika ilichukuliwa na media. We want even actually to say in Kenya nowadays, even if you suppress the media and tell them don't cover those events, we have influencers, we have social media people, we have content creators. They are all over with their cameras. We want to say there is no way the government is going to intimidate those people, the free media. Thank you. Every Friday.
How is the situation so far? When was the last disbursement?
Well, in February, late February this year, I was able to talk to the CS of Education, that is Honorable Ezekiel Mashogu, and we resolved that continuing students need to be paid first. And the amount of money that the government released was 2.7 billion Kenya shillings. What we are telling the government to pay this time is more than 5.7 billion to cater for more than 140,000 students. We made an appeal. We have used all diplomatic and peaceful ways to get them to pay students, but they haven't. All we are telling them, kindly pay before Friday next week, because every week we'll be able to tell students to fight for what is theirs, not actually even to fight. We want them to come out to the streets, show the whole world that the Kenya doesn't care about quality education. I want to remind the government that in the United Nations, they approved Sustainable Development Goals. And SDG, amongst the 17 SDGs, number 4 is quality education. This government, if you look at even Vision 2030, Mwai Kibaki came up with a plan, a solid plan, an architectural blueprint, which was incorporating quality education. Instead of us moving towards free education, they are taking us backwards, regressively. We are saying this is the lackadaisical, this is punitive, and this is something we are not going to allow. We want to ensure our students are comfortable in campus. Remember, this is a time when students are hunting bants, they are frying rats, they are skipping meals. I don't know even this government really understands what we mean by kuinama. Students are living hungry. And what we want to tell the president, you cannot lead a country that is hungry and angry. Remember, comrades are barometers of wisdom and cadetors of knowledge. We expect them to be in class wakiwa wameshiba. Wamekula mchana na jioni. Just like any other Kenyan. You need 2 meals a day. These students are skipping meals, not just breakfast. Actually, only children of rich kids, they have an idea what a breakfast is. They have an idea what brunch is. They only eat in the evenings, and what they eat actually is funny meals. What is chapati and uji? You see that combination, you're still doing starch. So we are just urging the government, kindly, before you prioritize and use 800 million to buy vehicles, put that money, multiply it by close to 7 times, becomes 5.7 billion. Release that, give students, let them survive. Instead of you being in luxury cars, use that money to ensure the child of a poor Kenyan gets something to survive. Instead of killing very many students through suicide, depression, all those things, kindly release the money that they deserve. It is their right. Thank you.
Kumalizia tusikie ujumbe gani kwa waziri wa elimu Ezekiel Machogu kuhusiana na yale maandamano yanayopanga kila wiki.
Now, personally, we have had several meetings with the CS. He can be able to attest. Face-to-face meetings is not Zoom meetings and so forth. And we have resolved to ensure we improve the quality of life of students back in campus. Mimi nataka tu kumuomba kwa heshima kuu waziri wetu wa education, Bwana Mashogu, kindly talk to Treasury, talk to the President, ensure these students are paid. Sometimes these students may not even know whether it is Helb to blame, is it Treasury to blame, is it the CS education to blame, is it the government? All they do is to come and blame me as Manyara. KUSO doesn't release any money to students. KUSO is just a voice to fight for the rights of students. Mimi nataka kuomba waziri, tafadhali, you even make my work easier by releasing that money. There's not a lot of money to the government. Hiyo pesa ambayo mlisema ya kwamba mnataka kudouble help, instead of giving us a false promise pay what they deserve. Hiyo pesa kidogo ambayo wanaitisha wape. That is what we expect. Number two, instead of even saying you're doubling that help, ensure each and every student gets the money that you guys claim that you give. Instead of giving students 16,000, others you give them 30,000, others you give them 39,000. Really, that is not wise. Na don't dictate how a student should use that money. Ingine mnarusha inaenda kwa masomo directly. You never know what needs students use. Wanafunzi wengine wanatumia hiyo pesa hata kujenga familia zao wakianza pale campus. You cannot maybe take a girl out without when all the money has been taken to academics. So, and actually, just to emphasize on that point, this government is to blame. This government is to blame even for the rise of LGBTQ issues in our universities. This government is to blame even for the increase, the rise of gonorrhea in Nairobi. Not just in Nairobi, even in other counties. And what we are saying, instead of these social vices being increased by the government indirectly by not funding students so that they can sustain their relationships in campus, let them prioritize releasing funds so that university students can be able to live a harmonious, holistic life in the universities. Iko sawa?